These lights you see behind me are crews hard at work trying to clear these tracks. 59 West here in Broadway is completely shut down after what appears to be an accident involving a Virginia State Police vehicle. While some gravestones still have flowers standing in front, others have been completely knocked off their base by trees. One here in the hall away from windows on the bottom level of the building, and we have one here, and both of the signs say tornado shelter. It may have just been a tabletop drill with words and scenarios, but Valley Fire and Rescue crews are using the resources they have to bring it to life. These people, they have coupons and they are ready to shop. You guys excited? Yeah. JMU just scored again, which is why it's so incredibly loud in here, and the night is not over yet. These Chromebooks are meant to give students 24/7 access to projects and homework, with learning always at their fingertips. As these fans enjoy the game, they're going to be sitting in about 30-degree weather. It receives about 1/3 of its revenue from the federal government. And that percentage has them asking the question, what if 50 years of hard work all went away tomorrow? Even a crazier story is what some folks are willing to do to be first in line. I'm sitting here in Patrick's tent. I figured you guys would need to hear the truth from me if these things are as delicious as they look. So Jason and I are gonna cheers here, and we're gonna take a bite.
Man, it's just sad to sit here and look at this.
Jeff Waggy has lived in Dayton his entire life.
See, you got the Lehmans here, you got the Kaufmans.
He knows almost everyone buried at the Dayton Cemetery of Virginia.
That's Mike Hill. His mom and dad's buried right on the other side of the road here.
And he has never seen damage quite like this.
It was like a war zone is what it looks like.
While some gravestones still have flowers standing in front, others have been completely knocked off their base by trees. Trees snapped in two and at least a dozen gravestones overturned.
It broke tombstones you would never have dreamed of a tombstone breaking.
Something that Public Works says will take weeks to clean up was destroyed in a matter of seconds.
It's going to be, more difficult to remove, and further down on Main Street, on some of the other streets, it's backyards, it's in the alleyways. It's going to be difficult to get that stuff out of there.
We certainly don't want to see a piece of our history destroyed, so we're hoping that it's minimal.
That is just unreal.
Even in the middle of what he says resembles a war zone.
It's just beyond words.
With the help of Jeff Waggy, its history will not be destroyed.
I don't like seeing a flag touch the ground.
Driver, I need you to pull your truck forward, please.
It's an exit most vehicles don't take, but it's a necessary stop for trucks traveling through the state.
About 12 million trucks are weighed annually in Virginia, and just a little more than 2 million were weighed at this station.
The Virginia Department of Motor Vehicles mans the Stevens City Way Station on I-81, checking for anything and everything.
For license plates, they're looking for obvious damage to the vehicles. We're looking for broken or cracked windshields. We're looking to make sure the drivers are wearing their seat belts. And also, believe it or not, we actually catch some of them watching television.
If the truck weighs more than 80,000 pounds, it could be hard for the truck to stop, putting you in danger. So if it's too heavy or they don't pass initial inspection,
if the vehicles are unsafe, obviously everyone on the highway is unsafe.
It's time to park.
They're watching the weights, we're watching the trucks.
Virginia State Trooper E.E. Mason doesn't cut corners with his inspections.
We're checking everything from either headlights, tires, suspension, brakes, making sure the framework on the vehicle is secure.
He says you never know what you might find in the hidden places.
There's a lot of little pockets there that they can stick stuff, hiding drugs and stuff like that.
But even with a thorough search, Trooper Mason knows he can't catch them all.
You can't check every one of them. It's a hit and miss thing, so you just take it at random. It's like if you find it, you got lucky that day.
In Stevens City, Victoria Wood, WHSV.
It was kind of a misty rain. It was light rain.
Even down to the weather.
And we had to stand out in the rain there for probably 3 hours, 4 hours.
Gifford Pence remembers the day he got the chance to march for President Eisenhower in the 43rd inauguration back in 1957.
We had the bagpipes behind us. I do remember that. I can't stand them things.
Born and raised in Timberville, Pence signed up for the United States Air Force as a teen.
I think there was 5 of us that was supposed to join. I think I was the only one that left. The rest of them backed out.
And he holds on to his experiences and pictures from being stationed in Alaska.
Because the ice would get thick, 6, 8 foot thick in the bay.
6 to 8 feet thick.
Thick, yeah, thick.
And the rough winters.
60, 70 below zero. I've seen winds of 160, 80 miles an hour. We lived under the snow.
To fighting in the Korean War with friends.
I still miss them. I really do. I miss those guys.
Of his 82 years on this earth, Pence says the inauguration is one memory he'll never forget.
I forget things now, but back in these days, I still remember it.
He says a lot has changed since then.
It's a big difference. Not even a guard around. There wasn't a lot of trouble. There wasn't no conflict with anybody. It was just everything was peaceful.
In Page County, Victoria Wood, WHSV.